Hello everyone, you're now with me, Ruben Gomez, for TVS News at 5. The Supplementary Supply 2020 Bill has just been passed in the State Legislative Assembly sitting today. The bill served to accommodate an additional expenditure amounting to approximately 388,206,413 ringgit.
In moving the bill, Deputy Chief Minister cum Second Finance Minister Dato Amar Douglas Uga Ambas read the bill for the second and third time before being put to vote. The bill was seconded by Deputy Chief Minister cum Minister of International Trade and Industry, Industrial Terminal and Entrepreneur Development Dato Amar Awang Tengah Ali Hassan. Meanwhile, State Legislative Assembly Deputy Speaker Dato Grawat Gala explained that understanding Orders 67 subsection 4 and 67 subsection 7, there is no amendment and debate for the Supplementary Supply Bill. With the passing of the bill, he said the amount determined in the second Supplementary Estimate of Expenditure has been approved.
This additional expenditure is to meet the costs of various ministries and departments for which funds are not provided for or insufficiently provided for in 2020 estimates.
The Machan Water Treatment Plant WTP, with the capacity to produce 8 million litre water per day, will play a significant role in supplying clean water in the constituency. The project, proposed by the Upper Rajang Development Agency URDA, will be implemented under the 12th Malaysia Plan.
The proposed scope of work includes the construction of water treatment plant, including raw water intake storage tank with booster station and associated works, pipeline works including booster station and high-level water tank, service work to the water treatment plant, as well as 2 staff quarters. For question number 2, for the information of Ali and Muhammad for Machan, as for the water projects which has been planned to be implemented by URDA in the 12th Malaysia Plan, there are in total of 12 water supply projects under the proposed new water treatment plant and associated work for Kanawit. The estimated cost for this project is 50.84 million ringgit.
He said this in response to Machan Assemblyman Alan Sidan Gramung's question on plans to supply clean water in Majau, Nangapoi, Poi Ili, Melanun, Ulu Poi and Ulu Machan during the State Legislative Assembly Dun sitting on Tuesday. On the proposed scope of work, Abdul Rahman said this will include the construction of water treatment plant, including raw water intake storage tank with booster station and associated pipe length works, including booster station and high-level water tank, service work to the water treatment plant, as well as 2 staff quarters.
It's a proposal from the Upper Rajang Development Agency, URDA, to implement 8 million litre per day, 8 MLD water treatment plant under 12th Malaysia Plan. This capacity of water treatment plant may be able to supply clean and treated water to Majau, Nangapoi, Poi Ilek, Ulu Poi and Ulu Machan area. For a long-term plan, the Sarawak government through our Ministry of Utilities will be implementing another 17 million litre per day water treatment plant in line with our water supply master plan and our state water grid.
The flood-prone areas in Kota Samarindah will be addressed under the Sarawak River Integrated River Basin Development Project PLSB at the proposed flood mitigations and drainage master plan study of Samarindah River Basin.
The flooding issues in Kampung Berangan and Taman Samarindah were caused by inadequate drainage system and creeks that could not withstand the rapid housing and commercial developments.
DID is also conducting the flood mitigation and drainage master plan study of the Samarindah River Basin, which is expected to be completed by year end. At the meantime, both DID and Majlis Perbandaran Kota Samarindah will continue to carry out river clearing works at the drainage outlets at Sungai Stigang at Kampung Berangan and the routine drain clearing works respectively. For the information of Ahli yang berhormat bahwa N-17 Takan, MPKS will also undertake to upgrade the 17,000 meters long existing drains and culverts in phases under RMK-12, costing approximately 20 million.
Prior to this, the Deputy Minister of Environment and Water, Dato' Ahmad Masrizal Muhammad, said the federal government is committed in continuing the PLSP project, expected to complete in 2025. The 191 million ringgit project is currently in the process of detailed design and scheduled to be tendered out next year.
Sarawak Police has successfully conducted 1,624 raids on online gambling activities under the Ops Dadu, with a total arrest of 1,804 individuals and seizure amounting to 378,433 ringgit from January up till November 9th. Sarawak Police Commissioner Dato' ID Ismail said the state contingent remains committed in combating illegal gambling activities in the state. ID pointed out that 25 raids were carried out on online gambling call centers, with 144 arrests recorded. On illegal lottery sales activities, ID said a total of 459 raids were conducted, which resulted in the arrest of 501 individuals and seizures of cash amounting 114,943 ringgit, as well as gambling equipments. As for gambling at indoors and public areas, 26 and 73 raids were recorded respectively. ID noted that 181 arrests and seizures of cash amounting to 40,525 ringgit for indoors gambling activities. While on gambling in public, 487 individuals were arrested and seizures of 61,916 ringgit. Meanwhile, Sarawak Crime Investigation Department CID Chief SAC Dennis Leong said Sarawak contingent is among the most successful gambling raids, therefore urging the public to continue to channel information to the police for action to be taken, and that the community should stand together with the police in eradicating illegal gambling. Dennis said this when met by reporters when visiting a police personnel who was injured during a recent gambling raid on Sunday. He was accompanied by other senior officers. Commenting further on his visit, Dennis said police are committed in combating illegal gambling activities in the state, even if it means to risk their own safety. As for the recent event, we were able to see the commitment by our men in blue. One of our men who was injured didn't realize that he was injured as he scaled over the fence and continued with the raid until team member realized he was bleeding. The Sibuyao Lingga Road under the Second Trunk Road Program is expected to start constructions in early 2021. Assistant Minister of Infrastructure and Port Development Dato' Julaihi Narawi, the road will shorten the time taken for Lingga residents to travel to Kota Samarindah and Kuching. The Second Trunk Road Program is one of the rural connective roads approved and funded by the Sarawak government. It is also expected to spearhead the socio-economic development of the rural residents there and enable their areas to reach a level of development as other more developed places.
Jalan raya ini adalah sepanjang 33 km dari kawasan Sibuyao hingga ke Lingga, dan ianya melibatkan pembinaan jalan raya jenis single carriageway 2 lorong, jenis R5 JKR standard, dan ianya akan mempunyai sebuah jembatan menyeberangi Sungai Lingga sepanjang 650 meter dan satu lagi jembatan kecil di Sungai Ligi untuk membolehkan jalan raya tersebut dapat sampai ke Pekan Lingga.
He said this during a state legislative assembly meeting on Tuesday. Welcome back. Assistant Minister of Education, Science and Technology Research, Dr. Anwar Rapai said it is time for a national sports school to be built in Sarawak, given the number of state-born athletes who have achieved world-class status. Therefore, Sarawak government, through the Ministry of Youth and Sports, KBS, has proposed to upgrade SMK DEMAK Baru into National Sports School. He said the proposal was made taking into account of the nearby facilities around the school, which include the State Stadium, Pandalela Rinong Aquatic Centre and Kuching Indoor Archery Academy.
However, we still do not have an answer for that. Another thing that we should understand as well, Yang Berhormat, is that for Sekolah Sukan Negara is actually a school which have a full facilities as compared to Sekolah Sukan Negeri. Therefore, we really need this Sekolah Sukan Malaysia to be built in Sarawak. In Malaysia, we have 5 of these schools. One in Sabah, Terengganu, Pahang, Kuala Lumpur, as well in Johor. And the other one now is under construction is in Perlis. So we do not know what is the justification to have that in Perlis, but we think that Sarawak should have one of these schools because we have produced a lot of world-class athletes in Sarawak.
He said this in response to a question from Batu Lintang Assemblyman Si Chi Hao in the Dun sitting on Tuesday on whether there is a plan to elevate SMK Tabuan Jaya from a state sports school and national sports school or Malaysian sports school.
Sarawak Energy Berhad SCB has recently inked a Memorandum of Understanding MOU with Petroleum Nasional Berhad PETRONAS, formalizing a collaboration to explore the commercial productions of green hydrogen and its value supply chain in Asia. The signing marks a significant milestone in Sarawak's effort to scale up and venture into energy export with hydrogen as an energy carrier to meet global clean energy demand and position Sarawak as the hub for the hydrogen value chain.
Abang Johari witnessed the virtual signing of the agreement on Tuesday, which will lead the energy companies to work on a joint techno-commercial evaluation of a large-scale hydrogen production facility. SEB was represented by its Group Chief Executive Officer Dato' Sharbini Suhaili, while Executive Vice President, Strategy and Corporate Development Ting Ching Zung witnessed the event. According to the statement from both parties, the evaluation covers the possibility of utilizing Sarawak's hydropower in the electrolysis process to produce green hydrogen and generate renewable energy certificates in support of the renewable energy market. Data sharing from this collaboration is expected to provide a measure and insights to the potential of a hydrogen supply chain in Asia. Meanwhile, Abang Johari in a statement said that the Sarawak government has always supportive of hydrogen-related collaborations and research as it firmly believes in the future of hydrogen as a competitive fuel source.
That's all for TVS News at 5. Remember, tonight Nightline, 11:30 p.m. with Shira Abang Manso and Razi Ahmad. Ruben Gomez, anytime, anywhere. Thank you.